Okay, Kyle, so what do you have for me today?
Wow. This is new Super Mario Brothers for the DS.
Wow, so this is a sequel to the game that we just played? New Super Mario Brothers Wii?
No. You might be confused. This is gonna go back in the playlist where it was supposed to be. So if you're just watching through the playlist, you're getting to this video exactly when you should be getting to it, which is after the GameCube shit or whatever. But we recorded this episode and then forgot to post it and then thought we already had and deleted the recordings.
Yeah.
And
by we, who do you mean?
both of us.
It was me. I did it.
Oh, okay. We don't like to lay blame at Run Button because that's childish.
I'm like 99% sure it was me.
Yeah, so we got to the new Super Mario Brothers Wii video, and in that video we were like, and we already played the original new Super Mario Brothers, and then a couple people in the comments were like, are you sure that you did that?
And then Kyle was like, yeah, I'm fucking sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure. Well, actually, no. What I saw that, and I was about to say, yeah, we did, and then I was like, I should double check, and then I looked and was sad. So we're redoing it. Hi, welcome. It is the triumphant return of...
Oh my god, that little Bowser just stole that lady.
What?
I just saw it.
A dinosaur stealing a lady?
Yeah,
in a Mario game?
A little one, though.
So, yeah, I mean... This was the first 2D Mario game that I ever beat, because it was easier than the other ones. Came out on the DS.
Watch, look, he's gonna do it again.
Yep, I saw it. There it was. I mean, I saw it the first time. Did I say no when you asked if I saw it?
I don't know, but I just feel like if you did see it, you underplayed it.
Did you see him going by again?
Yeah, he ran past.
Right by.
And I think Mario was smaller.
Yeah.
He must have got bonked.
He must have got bonked.
Do you think that he got bonked?
I think he got bonked. So I liked this game a lot when it first came out because I was like, holy crap, it's 2D Mario again.
Holy mackerel.
Because the last one, I mean, if we're not counting Yoshi's Island, which we're not.
We're not.
There hadn't been... Oh, when did this come out? Probably
Probably 05.
I think... Actually, it might have even been 06.
Might have even been.
So it was like 15 years since there had been a 2D Mario game, and like, now with the indie revolution, there's like, oh shit! Whoa, what?
Holy shit!
With the indie revolution...
Fuck 1-1.
But this isn't 1-1, this is different.
Well, it's 1-1 for this game.
Nobody believed me. Yeah, okay, I guess there's...
Nobody believed you what?
I got my best friend at the time, whose name I've decided to stop saying publicly because it doesn't seem very nice. But he's a fucking asshole. And one of the first signs was that when this game came out, we got into a big argument about whether or not it was a remake of the original Mario. And it's not. It's just that these first two levels follow the same pattern of, like, you're outside and then you go underground. And, like, those are the similar... But he was like, that means it's a remake.
Well, now let me ask this.
And it drove me crazy. I think at the time, maybe I didn't work at GameStop yet, but he did. And his other... Like, I heard his coworkers, like, telling customers, like, yes, this is just the original Mario, but it's 3D. And, like, that's not true. But I guess it's not really their fault, because the title is really stupid. New Super Mario Brothers. Why?
Well, have you considered that because it's a remake?
Because it's a remake, it just makes sense to call it that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right, there's wall jumping now?
But you disagree that it's a remake.
Because it's not. I mean, there's a fucking lava world in it. There's a lava world and an ice world. That's not in the original. Everything about this game is totally different, except the box has the same font as the original Super Mario Brothers.
And it has the same title, except for that it says new.
And it has the same title, but it says new.
But
I saw in the title, it's new!
But I saw...
Not old Super Mario Brothers, it's new Super Mario Brothers.
I saw that first level was green, And this second level now is cave. And so, like, what are they trying to say with that?
Right. Yeah, it couldn't just be that, like, Mario games, you know, are sort of, like, really aesthetically similar and kind of do the same things over and over again.
Good franchise.
Right, because, yeah, I guess it makes sense because Nintendo usually never repeats any ideas ever. They usually only use wholly unique ideas. And so this was the first instance of them ever having two games that were a little bit similar.
For the record, by the way, I was being a jackass. I don't consider this a remake of... What I do consider it a remake of is the Mario Brothers.
The Mario Brothers.
The Mario Brothers. Yeah. It's remaking them as characters. Is Luigi even in this?
He's in it. Oh, he's in it.
Oh, he's in it.
Well,
he's in it.
I guess I don't know, because it's only single player, because it's on the DS. But I was saying, like, with the indie game revolution, nowadays, there's, like, as many, if not more, 2D games as 3D games. But it's really, if you weren't around, if you weren't paying attention to games at the time, it's really hard to imagine a time when we just literally thought 2D games were over.
Yeah.
But there really was, when, like, it was like drive-in movie theaters. It's like something everyone kind of liked, but we just kind of acknowledged as, like, not fiscally possible. Like,
but
you know what
it's still a nice treat.
But it's still a nice treat.
But the closest one is 45 minutes away.
Right. That's literally true for me.
Me too. I think it's true for everyone. I think that everyone is 45 minutes away from a drive-in.
Oh, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think everybody is. I think some people, they don't have
because here's what I know. Because where I used to live, I was 45 minutes away from a drive-in. And now I'm 45 minutes away from a drive-in. But they're different drive-ins.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like,
but
that's got to be universal.
But you only moved like 30 minutes though.
No, when I was living in Massachusetts, I moved last year, or in October I moved like 15 minutes away. But when I was in Massachusetts, it's like 40 minutes from where I was in Dedham.
I wouldn't be surprised if New England was like one of the few holdouts on drive-ins, though. But I could be wrong. Maybe the Midwest is packed with drive-ins.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments how close to your closest drive-in is.
Let us know in the comments how close or far your nearest drive-in is.
Can I just ask everyone to sign off in the comments?
And remember, smash that like button. You know.
Hard. Let's do it really hard.
Here I go.
Tap that like button, smash that subscribe button, and yo, buy that Bell breakfast.
Buy that Bell breakfast?
Yeah.
Like a baby Bell? Like those little round cheeses covered in wax?
No, buy breakfast for the Bell.
Buy that Bell. Oh, the Bell.
Or you could give it Taco Bell breakfast.
Now the Bell's confusing. Because
I recently heard you have to double click the bell.
No, okay, so it's complicated. They introduced the bell. This is my understanding. Here, the problem is that YouTube doesn't communicate very effectively to its creators how things work. And so they introduced the bell, and the bell was supposed to give people notifications for videos. But it wasn't giving notifications for all videos, just some videos, by design. But they implied that it was going to be all.
Weird.
And so they changed it. So now, there's basically two ways.
So nice.
There's basically two ways the bell can look. 3 ways. It can be grayed out, which is off, and then it can be lit up, which is some videos, and then it can have 2 little things around it, which is all videos. And now, if you subscribe to someone, you are irrevocably, it automatically gives you...
Irrevocably.
No, but it's wrong. Using the word was wrong, not the way I pronounced it, but that also is wrong. See, YouTube sucks. This is so complicated. When you sign up to a video, or subscribe to a channel, it automatically gives you the bell.
I hate when the Mario games do this, where they show you the things, like,
and then it doesn't matter.
Like you're about to be able to track it like a shell game, and they're just like, surprise, we just mixed it up, fuck you.
When you subscribe, it automatically gives you notifications for occasional videos. If you click it, then it becomes all videos. But you can disable the bell, and then you've got to turn it back on, and then you've got to get all videos. It's super weird. Just make sure if you want some notifications, the bell is lit up, and if you want all notifications, it's lit up and it's got two little things around it. That's the answer.
Okay.
Isn't that so confusing? Isn't that horrible?
Yeah, I couldn't even follow what you were saying because I'm playing this game.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, this game added the wall runs. The wall jumps from Mario 64. They 3D-ified it a little bit. The physics feel a little bit like mushier. Like Mario's kind of running through like knee-deep chocolate pudding.
Yeah, that's how New Super Mario Bros. Wii felt.
Yeah, it has persisted. So I think at the time, this game felt way better than it does now, because at the time it was like, wow, they finally made another 2D Mario. I'm not even upset that it's not as good as the other ones, because, hey, they did it. Now it's sort of like, I'm sick of New Super Mario Brothers. They need to, like, step up their shit.
Yeah. Do you, how do you think this game looks?
You know, the last time we played it, I was like, this game looks like shit. Look at how awful this is. And now I'm kind of looking at it again, and I'm like, I don't know, it's fine.
I think everything mostly looks fine, except Mario looks really bad.
Just like, well, I mean, it's grainy because the resolution is so low.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing about 3D is like, what's the point of making it 3D if you can't make it
on the DS?
On the DS.
If they had made it 2D, it could have looked amazing.
It is a game in 3D where the gameplay is all 2D.
Look at this. What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
What even is that?
Right, you see what I mean?
Let's take another look at this. What is that?
What is that? And this is like another thing of like, you were talking about how for a while it seemed like 2D games are just, we just don't really do them anymore,
yeah.
Or people just don't really make them anymore. And I think it was it was also like making games in 2D. So it's like they're like, we're making it 2D Mario again, but it's 3D, even though it would be better to make it 2D.
Yeah. But you know, it also was the taste, right? It's like 3D games were...
This game is the taste!
3D games were newer.
This shit is the taste.
This shit is the taste. You know, it's hard to know like where the truth lies, because I think...
Wow, where the truth lies.
Where does the truth lie? Because
Get it?
I think publishers... Wow.
Where the truth
Where
lies?
does the truth lie?
Damn. You gotta get like a book agent.
You know, they stopped making 2D games. I
By
mean,
law.
Because I guess the idea was that people didn't want them anymore because they looked old and stupid. I guess my point is, people like to look back and just say, like, oh, the publishers, they were so stupid, they thought people didn't want 2D games anymore, how dumb. But, like, actually, like, people's interest in 2D games massively dipped once 3D hit the scene. And so, like, to some extent, people actually didn't want 2D games anymore. And then they just
But it's not hard to see why that was only a temporary thing.
Yeah.
Like, we all want to do the new thing all the time right now.
You'll experience that in microcosm if you ever buy a VR headset. Like, the first time you play VR, you're like, all games need to be VR, everything else is dead. And then, like, after a week, you're like, oh, actually, VR is more like a sometimes thing. What?
Oh my god, this is like the opposite of that first level. Holy mackerel,
I'm
you're
so
teeny.
floaty. Oh, no. See, the Goombas, I think, look actually bad.
I thought the, what are the
Koopas?
bones?
Oh, dry bones?
Dry bones.
Well, because these...
The dry bones I thought looked really bad, too.
I mean, when you play this on a tidy DS screen, it's much harder to tell that really the only 3D thing here is Mario. Everything else is a 2D sprite that's made to look 3D. I think the environments are drawn in a way that implies three-dimensional depth, whereas I think the enemies are just actually 3D models that they digitized into sprites, and they look like shit.
They do look like, and that's the thing. It's like, what's the fucking point? Then
Yeah. The point was that, really, I think Minecraft did more to change this than people give it credit for, but, at the time, kids would just look at a two-dimensional sprite and be like, that's some old shit. The same thing if you show kids a black and white movie, they're just gonna be like, that's some old-ass shit.
Yeah, but if anybody has the clout to sell a game...
I know, yeah.
It would be a fucking Mario game and the first one of these kinds of games in a really long time.
Yeah.
Am I imagining Mario Brothers Advance? Is that a thing? Was the last one of these?
Well, no, because the Advanced line were just ports of the Super Mario All-Stars versions of the Mario Brothers games.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, Super Mario Advance was just Mario Brothers 2 from the All-Stars collection.
Right.
Oh, and then they ruined all those games by adding in voice clips from the N64 games that you couldn't turn off. And I guess this has that too, right? I haven't been paying attention, but I think Mario jumps and he's like, whoo, wah.
Oh, let's see.
But the worst was that they took the little screech that Kid Link does in Ocarina of Time when he swings the sword and put it in Link to the Past. But in Link to the Past, you rapid fire on the button, so it's like, it's unplayable. Oh, maybe they learned at this point. Yeah, I guess. No.
Yeah, just because.
Ooh, thank God. Yeah, that was so bad. What a terrible idea.
Yeah. I love that sound now.
Oh,
what
yeah,
a great...
sure.
I mean, that's maybe my favorite single thing about Mario 64.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's you don't realize until you see it how much slower the pace of attacks come in Ocarina of Time than in A Link to the Past, such that when you remap that sound back onto that older game, it's just way too much. And also just
you think they would have caught that?
Place. Yeah, I would think that actually, Keith. But I also think Nintendo would have caught a lot of stuff that Nintendo did back then.
Why are you always hating on Nintendo?
Mario Sunshine?
Listen, I still think...
No, you don't.
I still think that Let's Play was good.
Oh, I mean the Let's Play.
Well, I had fun playing the game. More fun than some of the other Mario things that we've done. By kind of a lot, even.
Well,
as frustrating as it was also I guess I
secretly
the best Mario game.
No.
No.
Yeah, well, you say that because you didn't have to fight the final boss. Remember that shit where I just it was kind of impossible to not take damage and also the ground kept crumbling, but they didn't even do that right. So sometimes I would just fall through the floor.
And you just collect all the rings when they explode out of you.
No, that's not how that works.
Then why are you always collecting the rings?
That's... Okay, so you might be confused. So when you said that Mario Sunshine was the most fun game that we did a Let's Play of, maybe you're thinking of Sonic.
No, Sonic is the blue guy.
Yeah, he's
I'm talking about the hedgehog.
That's Sonic.
Oh.
He's a hedgehog, yeah.
Not the blue guy with the overalls?
No, not the blue guy with the overalls. Though...
Why are you, were you confused by me describing, this guy as the blue guy?
Well, this guy's not blue, he's red and white.
Are you sure he's not? Well, right now, but he had a costume change. Get hurt by those spikes and you'll see a blue guy.
No.
Yeah?
But I'm not gonna, though.
You'll get hurt eventually. He runs like Sonic.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, did you not see that?
Remember the first time they put out one of those Mario and Sonic Olympic games and I don't know.
Absurd. On the face of it, absurd.
On one of those, I don't know if it was the back of the box or press release or something, but it was finally fans will be able to find out who's faster, Mario or Sonic. It's that was never a debate.
No, yeah, that's
it was never up for discussion.
There is nothing. Look at, he's running like Sonic. Are you seeing that?
Whoa!
Are you seeing?
I saw it.
Yeah. Listen, I am an expert in one thing, and it's knowing how Sonic moves.
Whoa, there's a blue guy here now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Mario gets enough credit for being blue.
Whoa, did you see that?
Nice.
He like drowned in the lava.
No, it was Bowser. He went into the lava, then he came back up fighting, he's clawing his way back out. It was dry Bowser. It was skeleton Bowser.
Oh wow, melted all the skin off.
The lava melted his flesh off.
That's fucked up. This game is rated T for teen.
I guess maybe the idea is like every Bowser, because you know the original was also like that. It's like, well, it wasn't Bowser, it was a Goomba. Remember that?
Yeah. It was a Goomba?
Yeah, I never found this out as a kid, but in the original Super Mario Brothers, if you got the firepower, you can kill Bowser with it if you hit him like 8 times. And when you do that, each time he transforms into a different standard enemy before he dies. So like first it's a Goomba, then a Koopa, etc., and then the final one is actual Bowser. So the implication being, you're not killing Bowser over and over again, it's those were fake Bowsers.
Oh wow.
So, wow.
Did this fake Bowser thing, how long has this been going on for?
Since
Am I being led to believe that all these Bowsers are different Bowsers? And they all are into Peach?
No. It's the same Bowser, but that same Bowser could have many fake Bowsers working for him.
That's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Yeah, I know. Because they've all been brainwashed into believing that it's noble for them to die for Bowser. You know, he's manipulating their loyalty. Like a tyrant.
The loyalty of the Goombas. Who, by the way, should be ruling the Mushroom Kingdom themselves.
Right! They're mushrooms.
They're mushrooms. Or the Toads.
It's really, I guess.
What are Toads called?
It's 2 Toads.
All Toads are called Toads?
Yes, it's another Yoshi situation.
Okay.
We could talk about that for 45 minutes if you want.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know all about this?
Well, yeah, I mean.
Or are you just saying there's not a lot to know?
Well, I guess it's mostly like it's something everyone talks about at some point, but also we specifically, I think, have talked about it multiple times.
It's tough for me to remember what we talk about on these.
You know, you can't forget the Yoshi thing.
Well, not the Yoshi thing, obviously.
Keith is giving a face where he's like, "What are you talking about?"
You're talking about the Yoshis are called Yoshis.
Look, these are from Mario Brothers. This is a remake of the original Mario Brothers.
I know.
Wow.
I know, and
wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
Jared knows. I don't know which friend it was that you were trying to not say the name of.
No, it was not Jared.
One of the twins.
Twins.
Do you not have friends that were twins?
No, well, yeah, these are older. You're pulling from like my elementary school friends.
Okay.
I was pulling a high school friend. You would know the name if I said it from all the times I've complained about that person, but...
Is it Taylor?
No comment.
Taylor was an elementary school friend, right?
Can neither confirm nor deny. No, high school.
Maybe I'm misremembering.
I didn't say Taylor. That's what you said. But it's not Taylor. But I didn't say it. But it is.
You're neither confirming nor denying that it's Taylor?
I'm confirming that I'm not denying that it's Taylor. Yeah. So, it's a Mario game. It seems okay. Weird. The last time we played this, I came out very negative on this game, and this time I'm not feeling that so much. But I'm also not like, wow, cool Mario. I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever.
Okay, so follow me here. Let's talk about Star Wars.
Whoa. Us talk about Star Wars? Are you sure?
Yeah, I think that we'll be able to come out of it without actually having to talk too much about Star Wars.
All right, new ground for us, I guess.
So, think of the first 3 Star Wars movies that ever came out.
I'm thinking.
We're talking about Star Wars.
You're talking about Star Wars, the Star Wars Christmas Special, and Empire Strikes Back.
Right. And now, none of those 3 theatrical releases.
What? No!
So, okay. When you watch, one problem that I have...
Not enough Senate scenes.
No, one problem that I have with the new series of Star Wars movies that are coming out.
New Super Star Wars Brothers.
I'm talking about everything from The Force Awakens to Solo.
So you're talking about The Force Awakens.
Yes.
You're talking about Rogue One.
Yes.
You're talking about The Last Jedi.
Yes.
You're talking about Solo.
Yes.
You're talking about Star Wars Clone Wars movie.
No, you're not talking about.
You're talking about Yoda stories.
Was not talking about.
You're
that.
talking about Star Wars Rebel, the animated TV.
Was
series.
not talking about that.
Okay.
And mostly by virtue of that I don't have much experience with them, but also that I don't believe that they have this issue. All of those movies, to some extent, have this issue of feeling like when I'm watching the characters act, I can feel the weight of being in the next installment in a legacy franchise.
Yeah, okay.
I can feel them acting in a Star Wars movie.
Right. Like, better act like this is Star Wars.
Better act like it.
Better be a Star Wars.
Better be a Star Wars. This is a Star Wars. Gotta be a Star Wars.
That's the spin-off from Better Call Saul that they're working on.
Better be a Star Wars. Yeah. So, and I think that certain actors have this to a bigger or lesser extent, and I think certain movies have it in general to a bigger or lesser extent. And it's always really distracting to me when I'm like,
you know what has that real bad?
It's like watching someone put on the play of a movie of Star Wars. Like it just adds a level of removal.
Sure.
Where it's like, you know how in play acting there's this overacting?
Right.
It's like that, but instead of overacting, it's over Star Wars.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're doing a Star Wars.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's tough. It's basically you can't act in a Star Wars movie and pretend that you're not in a fucking Star Wars movie. It's huge.
You could though.
But it's so hard. It's like, and I get it. But it's still.
You know what movies
bugs
have
me.
though that real bad?
What?
The Hobbit movies.
Oh,
where it's like,
yeah.
guys, this is the next Lord of the Rings. We
Yeah,
better
yeah,
act
yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, and so and it also it happens to be something that no, I will not get into it. But
Okay.
I'm stopping myself because that's not what this is about.
All right.
But I feel like Mario games have that too, where a lot of Mario games I'm playing it and it's like I can't help but be too much of a Mario.
Okay. I mean, you're basically just saying that you think Mario games are too formulaic.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's a very specific thing where I think they're formulaic because they feel like they have to be.
I know what you're saying though, because I think when I really like a Mario game, I like that about it. I'm like, this is a great game, and look how much of a Mario game it is. It's so Mario. But then when a Mario game is bad, it's like, like look at these fucking high schoolers thinking they're doing a Mario. Look at that.
You fucking played this. You thought you were doing a Mario?
You thought this was a Mario?
No.
Fucking really though?
This is like the reflection of a picture of a Mario.
I mean, you're basically describing, or I am, I guess, like the new Super Mario Brothers games.
Yeah.
Like they feel more like they're saying, "Hey, look at how this is a Mario," than like actually being a good game. Well, I guess I can't go that way. That would be bad.
But it's not just what is this flag that keeps?
It's a checkpoint.
Okay. It's super weird that it
is
just kind of jumps off.
Why?
Of you.
Yeah. Why not just put a flag on the ground?
It looked like you threw it. It looks like you keep throwing it, and I'm like,
Get this
is that
flag
some sort
outta
of
here.
defensive maneuver?
So when you see an enemy, you throw a white flag and they leave you alone.
Yeah, it's sort of like It's sort of like in like a fighter pilot when they shoot off the.
Wow, look at all these.
It's sort of like in like a fighter pilot when they shoot off that those sparks to keep the countermeasures.
Oh.
They shoot out sparks to keep homing missiles away
Oh,
from them.
you know how they shoot out sparks.
Yeah. Countermeasures.
Yeah.
Ordnance?
I can't know. I can't remember what they're called specifically.
I think they're called countermeasures.
I mean, yeah, they are a countermeasure. Like I think that.
But it's like what other?
I think there's a specific term for it though, but I don't know.
Yeah, I also don't know. The thing I was going to say, but stopped myself from saying, is that despite being largely worse movies, I don't think that the prequels have it as much. Have the being like do too much of a Star Wars.
Yeah, I guess so, but I just don't. Like I think. Like, yeah, I agree that the new Star Wars movies are definitely trying to be Star Wars in a way that the prequels aren't. But that's actually, in that case, I think most of those, I haven't seen Solo. I have not heard good things. But the ones I have seen...
I thought Solo was so much better than Rogue One that it's not even funny.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
I really thought that Rogue One was a pile of shit. Easily my least favorite Star Wars movie.
I thought it was I thought it was fine. I didn't, like, hate it, but I wasn't in love with it.
I was being a little harsh when I called it a pile of shit. I think that it's like, no, I think it's a D+ movie. I think it's a C- at best movie. Yeah. Versus like the Clone Wars, which is my second least favorite, which I think is
I didn't even
like
see that one.
A C. Clone Wars? You've seen Clone Wars?
No. Attack of the Clones. That's Attack of the Clones.
Sorry, yeah. You said Clone Wars earlier, and I think I just got that in my head.
Yeah. I only saw Rogue One once, so I'd have to see it again to reassess. But I remember feeling like it was like a B-.
Oh no, sorry. Actually, it's Revenge of the Sith. That's my second least favorite.
Oh.
What?
It's one of my biggest Star Wars related pet peeves is when people say that Revenge of the Sith was the best prequel.
Oh yeah, that movie sucks. I kind of just forgot about it for a second. For a little while, I liked it more than Episode 2, but then I woke up.
Yeah, I agree. At the time I thought it was better than Episode 2, and I kind of realized that that's not.
There's stuff about it that is some of the best in a series. Like that opening Starfighter bit was pretty good.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like that opening stuff in the A-Wings?
No. They weren't A-Wings.
They were the Jedi.
They were just some other fucking bullshit.
What are the A-Wings?
A-Wings are from the original trilogy.
I thought they were somehow related.
I mean, they're visually similar, but not really, no.
Okay.
Also, this is...
Yeah, get those ghost coins. Very nice.
This isn't something from the movies. I think it's in that video game Jedi Starfighter that I ever played.
Yeah.
Isn't in that game the conceit that, like, you're a Jedi and you're in, like, a special starfighter that, like, harnesses your force sensitivity to be, like, an extra good fighter?
Boy, I played that game and mostly enjoyed it, but I do not remember that.
Don't quote me on that, but if that's true, that's wicked bad. That's terra bad.
I can at least tell you that when I was a kid, that was a fun game to play.
Sure.
Keeping in mind that I didn't have access to, like, other better, like, flight games.
Sure. Yeah, I might have played it from... Well, okay. I can't remember if this was Starfighter or Jedi Starfighter. I think it was Starfighter that I played, and it's like... It's a first-person only game, but not like cockpit view, just like literally you're a disembodied first-person set of eyes flying around.
Jedi? That doesn't sound like... I don't remember that. From Jedi Starfighter. I don't even remember what Starfighter is.
What the fuck? Starfighter.
I know that there is
I think
Jedi
you're-
Starfighter Naboo Edition, which is the one that I had, and there's a picture of like a Naboo fighter on the
That's
the front.
Starfighter.
That's not Jedi Starfighter.
No, that's just Starfighter. Jedi Starfighter was a different. That was like the sequel. Why would it be Jedi? Why Jedi Starfighter Naboo Edition?
I don't know. I don't make epic new SKUs for things.
I think what it, I think Starfighter with the Naboo ship was a tie-in to Episode 1 because it had the Naboo fighters in it, and then Attack of the Clones had Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, and they made a tie-in game for that.
Hold on, I'll be right back. You keep playing.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna get the box. Look at it.
Oh, okay. Isn't it right here? Isn't it in there?
Oh yeah, it's not upstairs. I
Here I go.
There.
Yeah, Star Wars Starfighter Special Edition.
Ah, so it is the special edition, but it is Naboo. So yeah, I believe Jedi Starfighter was the sequel to Starfighter, or whatever. If you want to call it like a spiritual sequel, it's not. I don't think you were like the same person or anything.
Here I go.
Join 3 heroic Starfighter pilots in
Whoa.
harrowing.
Wait, Blue Shell. What? Wait.
Whoa.
What?
Excuse you?
Hang on.
Are you gonna be a fake Bowser?
Why?
Kyle, you want to try some of this tea?
If it doesn't do anything, then why? Fuck that.
All right.
Nuclear option.
All right, hold on. Let's the Kyle.
What?
We gotta talk politics.
Yo, fuck
Yo,
this game.
fuck this game.
Holy
But can you wall
crap.
jump up it?
No. You piece of shit. This game's bad, everybody.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Are you still stuck down here?
I guess I'm still stuck. Well,
I don't feel comfortable with how easy it was for Trump to popularize the term nuclear option.
What?
Yeah,
That's not.
that was him.
No.
People didn't fucking say that until he started saying it.
No, they definitely did.
No, they didn't. Not nearly as much. It's everywhere. Like, he said it, and then everybody just fucking says it all the goddamn time. Because he kept saying, here's why, because he kept saying,
You're yelling.
I'm the same volume as I had been the whole time. He kept saying stuff like, we're going to take the nuclear option. And then the news would go, Trump's saying it's going to be the nuclear option. And they just kept repeating that he said nuclear option over and over again.
I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I would like some people in the comments to corroborate that nuclear option was definitely a phrase.
Yeah, it was
that
a phrase, but
existed.
it's like, you know how on Google you can Google a phrase and it tells you the usage? It's like, it was at like 10% of what it is now. Like 2 years ago.
I
3
guess
years
I gotta check now. How do I check that?
ago. Google Word Trends, I believe.
Google word trends. Trends.
I shouldn't have given myself such a perfect analogy that can actually tell me that I'm wrong if I'm wrong.
Searching nuclear option. Wow.
Boom! You see that?
Oh, well, hang on.
Okay,
Hang on.
all right, all
I
right.
do. Yes, there is absolutely on this graph. There is one very slender spike that goes very, very high all of a sudden, but then it drops right back down to where it was before.
But
So, according to
okay,
this,
but that's just
it's-
people Googling it. They Googled it, figured out what it meant, and now are continuing to use it. I think that this spike proves my point. You know what I mean?
You know, I know what you mean.
You're saying I'm wrong. You are defend.
Well, no, I mean, you're certainly right that there was a recent spike of this term that looks like it happened about the beginning of January, end of December. But
Of
you know,
this
we're-
year?
But we're back down.
Let me see.
Yeah. That's all.
Oh, this starts. We should go back even further because I'm thinking of this as an even longer thing. Is there a way to? How do you change the scope of this? and then maybe I'll play while you. Or are we done with this game?
I think we're done.
Okay, so this can just be for fun at the end of the video.
Why?
Maybe you have to go to like desktop version.
Yeah, turn it sideways. Nope.
That was a nice look.
2004 to present. Okay,
Huge
yeah.
spike.
Yeah, so there's a huge spike that also went back. It spiked up and now it has gone back down to
But
a good amount
on.
above where it was.
but can you
before.
confirm that huge spike is the inauguration of the president?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, I'm not disagreeing. You can also see a spike that was almost as high back in 2004. So,
Okay. Well then, since
that was all.
so when I was 13.
Right, these are the two spikes. The spike when there was Bush in office,
Yeah.
and then it goes back down for a while, and then it spikes again when Trump's in office. I can't imagine what the correlation is.
Can you see that the perception? So when I was 12 years old, people were saying nuclear option, and then from when I was 13, and then Trump was inaugurated, no one was, and then all of a sudden everyone's fucking saying it. All the time, constantly. And it's a bigger spike. Let it be known, the spike is about 30% bigger with Trump. Because he only knows like 8 words.
No, Keith, it's about 25% higher. Big difference.
Yeah. I'm just feeling excited by how validating the Google Trends chart was.
I think you're just seeing what you want to see. I mean, basically, you're like essentially what this started as is you accusing me of only having said that because other people are saying that, but I haven't heard anyone say that.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying that there is a trend of saying nuclear option over and over and over and over again, and you also said it. I can't prove or disprove that you said it because it's been in the news constantly, but I can prove that I've heard it a lot more recently.
Congratulations.